Hi everyone, I'm Scott. I'm in my room right now, and today I actually want to talk with you guys about the French Polynesia, like the topics that I've been working on. It's about um, like the nuclear testings that have occurred in that island, and I want to discuss like the impacts of that nuclear testings on the local culture and the local people. So firstly, I just want to start off with introducing where that island possibly is. So, if in case you're wondering, it's actually in the Pacific Ocean, and um, it's a very big, like a big place. There are in total like 117 atolls in that place, and the biggest of those is called Tahiti. Believe me, this is very beautiful place for anyone who wants to do some tourism there or like do some sightseeing there. It's a very awesome place to hang out. And the second and kind of more special like island, um, I would say, is Marura. That was where the nuclear testings occurred. Um, this has caused like the level of radiation in this place is insanely high, and that means like no one can inhabit there anymore. So um, that was like a big damage to the country, as well as to the local people and the local cultures. And in terms of its like commercial as well as cultural activities, I would say that um, the most important like commercial activities for them would be like the military activities, because um, there are factories, there are places for the local government to support the like the nuclear testings for the French government in the 1960s. So that actually surprisingly benefited the local people, because like it helps them achieve the economic growth, uh, because of more employment in the military sectors. So, however, um, the people, the local people, have suffered from a lot of diseases, a lot of cancers, cancerous diseases such as thyroid cancer, lung cancer, and all of those fatal diseases. So, um, and that's a trade-off, a big trade-off for this culture, and I think that um, there's that's someone needs to address like um, the like the damages that have occurred to this in group of people, the local people. So that is the reason why I wrote my letter, to kind of say that why self-determination and independence is like a key to solve all of these like the damages that I have just talked about. So let me walk you through like my essay and my letter. So the themes that I kind of drew upon in my class, for my anthropology class, I think the most important one is like externalization. That's a very important one, and I really like this theme a lot, because um, it kind of explains why the French government decides to do the nuclear testings in the like this martial this I'm sorry this Morura atolls, instead of in their own like country. So it kind of implies that the French government does not like respect as well as view like the local government as advanced as their own government. That is kind of like a way of being ethnocentric about their own um, like cultural values. So, And I kind of state that, like, um, if you give if we give this like group of people their own self-determination, they will know how to like protect their own cultural values from like that ethnocentric kinds of ways of thinking. And yes, that's the first theme. And the second theme is that like um, the idea that if the local government is able to protect and preserve their cultural values when they have all like the independence, that will be that preserved knowledge will be an important like lived knowledge for anthropologists and like outsiders like myself and my friends to understand the culture as well as like respect it, because only when we understand about it in a preserved way we would be able to respect the culture. So the same thing happens for the Marshallese and the Marshallese community and the Marshall Island, uh, the people living in the Marshall Island, is that they are independent from the like the United States, so they kind of have the ability to develop, build, and protect the culture in the way that they want, so that the the knowledge of their cultures will be like not contaminated by the outside influences. And as a matter of fact, like those kind of like pure knowledge is an important lived knowledge for myself, my friends, my professors to kind of like understand more about it. And now we actually really respect the culture. We think that their culture is something very rich and very worth for learning. So that is just an example that I kind of like think of right now. So yeah, and also another like important theme that I want to talk about in my letter is the idea of waste landing. Yeah, waste landing. It's also related to the idea of externalization, but it's kind of like a slight difference where like um, the French government actually does not like respect at all the possible connections um, that the local people might have for the land. So they kind of destroy it when they did the nuclear testings there. So for me personally, I don't agree with um, that activities because the emotional connections of the local people to their land are as important as the connections that the French people have for their own country too. So yeah, so those are the themes that I have talked about. The first one, I just want to reiterate it. The first one is called um, externalization. Second one is lived knowledge and the importance of lived knowledge for the outsiders. And the third theme is um, waste landing. Yeah, I'm just trying to remember like my the themes that have been like going on in my mind. And yeah, thank you for listening, and I'll see you in my next vlog.